should you pay extra on your mortgage in order to pay off your mortgage quicker? This is an issue I'm toying with as we sit here today. And I just, man, I want to have my mortgage paid off fast because it's by far and away my biggest expense, by far and away. Nothing else comes close. And the idea of not having a mortgage just makes me, oh man, it just makes me think of cotton candy and unicorns for sure. But so I'm toying with the numbers. Let's show you what I came up with. All right, so we're going to give you the best mortgage calculator I found. And this is mortgagecalculator.com, .org, mortgagecalculator.org. And I'm going to go to the additional payment calculator, additional-payment calculator. So mortgagecalculator.org/additional-payment calculator. All right, so the premise is we're going to start with this guy right here. He bought a house for $325. His loan amount's $260. He put 20% down. He has an interest rate of 3.5%, and he's going to take a 30-year mortgage, so 360 payments. When it's all said and done, he will end up paying $420,000. All right, so he'll pay $420,000, but he'll have a house that's worth. We'll just say we'll say it's got no appreciation. We'll just say a house is worth $325. So basically, in this, let's see, total amount paid. Yeah, no. So I'm sorry, but in this case, he borrowed $260, and he's going to pay $420 back. So it cost him $160,000 of interest. All right, so he borrowed $260, and he's going to pay $160,000 of interest for that $260,000 loan. All right, now he will have $325,000 of equity. All right, so that's nice. I mean, he does have the $325,000 of equity, of which 20% of that was his to begin with. But anyway, does that make sense? So he's borrowing $260. It's going to cost him $160,000 in which to borrow $260. All right, now in this case, what if we did where he pays an extra $500 a month? All right, $500 a month. All right. And we're going to start in March, and he'll have 358 monthly payments at $500 a month extra. That's what he's trying to do because he wants to pay it off as quick as he can. So we scroll down here, and what we see is instead of the payoff date being December 2049, you got lamb chop? Oh, Pablo's got lamb chop, his little toy. Yeah, no squeaking though. This payoff will be June 2037. He'll have made $103,000 of extra payments to save $72,000 in interest. So $103,000 of extra payments to save $72,000. Does that make sense? So the way I look at it like that, I'm like, I don't know, man. $103,000 extra payments to save $72,000. So if we took $500, we took $103,000 extra payments, so we divide that by 500, so we have 206 payments at $500 a month. Because I mean, he saved his total interest before was $160. His new interest is $88,000. That's a savings of $72,000. Again, it cost him $103,000 to save $172,000 of interest. Now, if you look at it like this, a mortgage is a bond to the bank. There's no other way around it. The bank loans you $260,000. They're going to get their $260,000 back. So let me write it down for you. So the bank says, look, Josh, we're going to loan you $260. We're going to get $260 back. In the interim, you're going to pay us, in the first example, $160,000 of interest. I mean, this is literally how it works. We're loaning you $260. You're going to pay us $160,000 back in interest, and then we're going to get our $260 back. That's literally principal and interest. We're not talking taxes and insurance here, by the way, or we're just talking principal and interest. And so the bank says, oh, that's pretty good. We'll take that. Now, you, on the other hand, say, well, I don't want you to get $160,000 back. I only want you to get $88,000 of interest. I mean, I want you to get $160,000 of interest. I only want you to get $88,000 of interest. They're still going to get their $260 back, but you're going to pay $88,000 of interest as opposed to $160. So you're going to pay significantly less interest, $72,000. So now the question, of course, comes to mind is we got 206 payments, and if we're doing that extra $500 a month, and it was $500 a month, our payments 206, and we get 5% interest, how much? We have $162,000. So that, I mean, that's another, man, that's $90,000 more just at 5% interest. If we do 3.5% interest, it's, let's see, 3.5% interest at yeah, 104. I mean, yeah. So even if we do 3.5, even if we only get 3.5% interest at $500 a month payment for 206 payments, we'd have 141,000. Now, so that, man, I tell you, I mean, you're going to have significantly more. Let's do this. Let's say, okay, so let's take a look. Let's not do that. All right, so remember, so now we're going to save the money. We're not going to invest it instead. And we're going to put it, we're going to have 100 and, so let's see, 5% interest. We'll have $162,000 after a year or a payment of on our 207th payment. We'll have $162,000 of extra money in this side account because we did not pay extra payments. All right. Let's see what the amortization schedule looks like in July of 2037. So let's take a look. July of 2037. How much do we owe? I want to go to amortization right here, right there. Blank. How much do we still owe? So July of 2037. Let's see, balance right there. Okay. July of 2037. We owe 140,000. Yeah, so that's 22,000 bucks. So if we did not pay the extra payment, we'd be losing 22,000 bucks. We'd be making 22,000 bucks because here we have 162,000 of liquidity that we can use to pay off that 140,000 to pay off the loan. So we'd have the loan free and clear, and we have $22,000 left. That doesn't seem like a good deal to me, though. I mean, I get we have a loan free and clear, and we still have $22,000 left over, but then you got factor in the taxes. I mean, you got 500. I mean, you got 162,000. That's 162,000 is your total amount, but 103,000 is your basis. So you got basically 60,000 as your gain. I don't know, man. That doesn't seem that good to me. So you're saving 10,000, 15,000 bucks, and that's at a 5% rate of return. This is weird. This has changed my mind. I mean, think about that. You're paying. I said, I got to draw this stuff out. This is how I got to do it. So you're paying $500 a month. Let's just draw a line down the middle. $500 a month. $500 a month. You're paying it for 206 payments. It's going to cost you $103,000 in total money. All right. So you got. Let me just do this a little bit differently. So you're paying $500 a month. All right. Watch. $500. $500. You're doing it for 206 payments. 206 payments. And we know it's going to cost $103,000 of total payments. All right, so when all's said and done, if you don't do the payments, the early payments to the mortgage, all right, you'll have in a balance right here in June of 2037, $141,000. That's what you still owe. But you'll have a balance in your account over here, your side account of $162,000 at 5%. All right, so the difference between this $162,000, what you own versus what you owe, is about 20 odd thousand bucks. All right, but of this $162,000, $60,000 is a capital gain. All right, so you're going to lose 15%. We'll just say on 60,000 bucks times 0.85. So you're only going to net $51,000. So you're only going to net 10,000 bucks because you're going to lose. You're going to net fit. So basically, once you pay tax 15% on that 60,000 capital gain, you're going to have 51,000 left over, or 151,000 left over. Excuse me. 151,000. Yeah, you have 151,000 left over, which is only 10,000 more than what you owe. And yet, if you did the extra $500 a month to your mortgage. Watch this. Extra $500 a month to your mortgage. Let's do amortization. Yeah, sweet. So here's your mortgage. Let's go to June 2037. Right there, it's paid off. Isn't that interesting? So you save $10,000, but you save $10,000 with a more risky investment. I don't think it's worth it. All right, so let's do this. Now, let's say instead of getting 5%, we got 8% a year. 8% a year. We got 206 payments at $500 a month. Then you're talking 219. If you got, what did I say, 8% a year, 219. So 100,000 minus. So basically, you're going to net $200,000 after taxes. You owe 141. So in that case, you'll net about $60,000. That's if the market isn't get crunched. I don't see how it's worth it. I'm actually stunned. I was thinking it would be worth it to make your mortgage to invest as opposed to making your mortgage payment. Now, there's a couple drawbacks here. Is that I know people got tons of equity, no cash. People in my family actually, and that's not good. You don't want to have tons of equity, no cash. But you also want to have your mortgage paid off as you go into retirement for sure. So then the question is, how do you pay your mortgage off and still build liquidity? Well, you still probably, can you do both? Like say you have a 401k at work and you're getting a planned match or something like that. Excess cash outside your 401k you put towards your mortgage, excess cash, or if you have you're matching your 401k, you certainly take advantage of that. I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive, invest in one and not in the other. But I tell you, man, I think you got to put this towards your mortgage. Do all the extra mortgage to have $10,000 left after taxes with all the risk inherent in investing in the markets. Or even if you did 50,000 with an 8% return, I don't know. That doesn't seem worth it to me. 17 and a half years from now to have potentially 50,000 left, more with an 8% rate of return. That's pretty risky. That's not really, I don't think, reasonable necessarily. I don't think I'd do that. I hope this helps. Love to see your comments on this. It's a tough one. It's more than just high interest versus low interest. There's market volatility. There's just other stuff to look into here. So anyway, let me know what you think. All right, we'll see you.